welcome to
It's a Match.
My name is Basia,
I'm Barney.
and in today's video we're going to talk about long distance relationships, as we have some experience in that and we are currently in a long distance relationship.
Yeah.
So we have some experience and we have some tips for you to give if you may be in a long distance relationship, or you're thinking about being in one, or you're thinking that whether I would be suitable to be in one or not.
Yeah, there are some pros and
Cons.
a lot of cons, so...
Yes, so that's something that we'll talk about in this video.
And hope it makes sense.
Yes. Okay, so when it comes to being a long distance relationship, obviously you're not able to see your loved one every time you want it or need it.
Yeah.
And not all people are made for it, that's one thing. Because for some people distance will be a problem, they can't be asked to travel on the other side of the country.
Or they can't afford the fuel price.
Yes, that
trains.
money can be a problem as well.
Yeah.
But I know that for some people driving an hour might be a problem. But for some people driving over 2 hours is not a problem. So it will very much depend on the person.
Yeah.
I'm a person who likes to travel. So traveling by train is always a fun experience for me.
Yeah.
And I love to do it. And for you?
I don't mind travelling by car or train.
Yes.
I do photography as well. So a lot of my journeys are by train, usually to London. And some of my travel is also about an hour, 2 hours away from me, even in the same county. It takes doing photos takes me away to different places, meets different people.
Yeah, it's always fun to travel and to see new places, to get away from the place you live. So
it's a nice adventure when it's fun.
Yeah, but not all people like it and enjoy it. So it makes this person automatically not suitable for being a long distance relationship. And also, if you need someone to have your loved one like 24/7, or just to see this person 3 times a week, automatically you can't be in a long distance relationship. There is nothing bad about it, but then it makes no sense for you to be in a long distance relationship and suffer all the time because you can't see your loved one when you need it.
Yeah, it's no point trying to pull your hair out and make yourself suffer.
So yeah, you gotta think if it's something good for you or not, and maybe just give it a try to find out if you can't really tell without any experience.
Yeah.
So when you are actually in a long distance relationship, then there are things that you can do while not being together. So one of these things is, for example, what we do is watching Netflix. So watching the shows or films where we're not together. So now on Netflix you can just do this Netflix party. That's the extension from Chrome. So then you can there is a chat.
Yeah.
And you can, if one person pauses the film, it pauses for everyone as well.
Or there's what we do and we count down.
Yes, we just count down on the Messenger. Yeah. So we do it the old-fashioned way because we both watch usually on the TVs.
Yeah.
So on TV you can't use the extension, obviously. So we just do it the old-fashioned way. But also Disney have a group watch as well.
Yes.
But we sort of tried it and it didn't work out.
We tried it and then couldn't figure it out, and then it was just like, oh, let's go back to 3, 2, 1, go.
Yes, so watching films and shows is always a good thing to do, whether it's like in the evening when you both are after work, so you just want to chill and do something together. So that's something that I quite enjoy.
Yeah.
But again, not all people like watching shows, freaks. So yeah, another thing obviously that you can do is just FaceTiming and calling each other while you can.
Yeah.
I'm catching myself that I call you quite a lot.
You do.
Like whenever I have a free moment, I'm like, oh, can I call you?
Especially when you wake up earlier than me sometimes.
Yes.
And I just wake up and it's go, can I call? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, so that's something that we have a bit of our own routine where we're not together.
Yeah.
So when I walk to work, I call you, and when we get up, we call each other. So we call each other a lot.
Yeah, but it does
It comes to the point that my 20 gigas of data is not enough a month. because we FaceTime each other quite a lot,
Quite a lot.
and the Wi-Fi in my house is sometimes very bad, so I just have to use my own data from on my phone. So 20 gigs is not enough, so I think it proves a point.
But when I wake up and have a message or get a phone call, FaceTime in the mornings, it does make my mornings better.
Yeah, it's something nice.
Because it does put a smile on my face quite a lot, so...
Yeah, sometimes I still miss my slow mornings when I can just watch YouTube.
Yes.
To be fair, but I enjoy watching, calling each other in the mornings and during the day when we have a free moment.
Yeah.
So that is something they like, and it creates a new routine, to be fair. So yeah, try to call each other as much as you can, so it makes you not feel so lonely, I think.
No, it's with I know I got family and but there's some things I don't feel comfortable talking to them about, but
Yes.
I feel comfortable talking to you about.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, living with parents, it doesn't make necessarily you want to live with them and want to talk to them about everything. And
Yeah.
obviously sometimes they just annoy you and you want someone to talk to about it. So, yeah. So, also what will be helpful in a long distance relationship is to have something planned in advance. So you know that you'll see each other in like a week, two, after lockdown, whatever. So that is something that helps you get through it, especially if it's a longer period that you know you're going to spend a weekend together or just a day or something. That's what I noticed. It's helping me. Like when there was lockdown in November, I knew that when the lockdown ends, we'll spend a weekend together, and Christmas coming, that we'll spend together again. So that was something that was helping me to get through it.
Yeah, it's worth to try and find like what local restrictions are as well.
Yes.
In this day and age.
So
but
it is very difficult to actually be in
it's
a long
difficult.
distance relationship right now.
Yeah, it's difficult to plan stuff because you plan it and then you go to like do this and this and this.
Yes.
And then
Like we planned to go
something else.
to London after lockdown, but then we were like, oh, maybe better not.
Yeah.
So we were like, okay, just spend the weekend together at home, that's it, without traveling like anywhere for longer, because we still do some day trips because we both enjoy it, but apart from that we just stay at home to not put ourselves at risk. So yeah, so just try to plan things in advance. It is not easy during Corona time, but hopefully this year things will look better. And maybe about spring everything will start getting back to normal.
Fingers crossed.
So then we can actually start planning things, go on holidays together, or just moving together. And speaking of moving together, there is another thing that being in a long distance relationship, you have to come to the point when you have to realize that either one of you will move to the town city where this other half lives, or the other half will move in with you. Basically, that's something that must happen. If not, then what's the point of being in this relationship? Because sooner or later you're going to be just tired of traveling all the time, and you would like to have this person at home with you all the time. So you get back from work and you know that this person is waiting for you at home.
Yeah.
So that is something that we also have planned not too long from now. So hopefully everything will work out. So that is also helpful, that you have this light at the end of the tunnel, that you know that you will move in together.
Yeah. And I think long distance relationship as well is you'd have this level of trust with each other.
Yes, it's just more trust for each other, that you have to just trust this person that it's not doing anything behind your back.
Yeah.
And just so a huge amount of trust, and just it needs a bit more work in my opinion. But it is not for everyone. Like we said at the beginning, if you are a person that needs to be with loved one all the time, that's not for you then. Yeah. I remember talking to my friend and he was like, how is it possible that you don't need to see your loved one like every day or a few times a week? So I was like, yeah, I would be fine seeing my loved one once a week, because Personally, I do well on my own. I'm not bored when I'm alone. I can easily find something myself, something to do myself. So it is not a problem for me to be on my own. I'm very used to that. I used to be this person that needs people all around all the time, but then I start to live on my own more, and I just get used to being alone. So. Yeah. It's not a problem for me. And then when I know that I'll see Barney like on the weekend or like in a week too, then I just know like it's not long left. And then on the weekends, like we watch some films, call each other, so sort of spend time together even if we're not together.
Yeah, and my work schedule, as I work even at nights, permanently, it's my morning routine is get up, talk to Basia, and then take the dogs out, have lunch, and then and then go to work.
Yes, with me it's not so routine, but we try to work it out, and then we try spend weekends together while we can. Yeah. So not like all weekends, but some weekends we're spending together, and that's nice. That's something that I like.
Yeah.
And I feel at this point it's enough, and I know that we're going to move in together. That's something that we both look forward to.
Yes.
So yeah, I hope our tips were useful to you, and let us know what you think of being in a long distance relationship. Share your experience with us.
Yeah.
And if you like this video, leave a thumb up. If you don't subscribe our channel, you can do it now. And we hope to see you very soon.
Hopefully.
Bye.
Bye bye.